Good afternoon and welcome to our third data camp session focusing on the Data and Analytics Portal. Just as a reminder, please remember to stay muted with your camera turned off to minimize distractions. Also, please use the Zoom chat to ask any questions or submit your thoughts. At the end of that session, the questions will be answered by our session speaker. This session will be presented by Rafaela Hunter. I'll turn things over to her now to give you a little bit more information about herself, as well as some information on our session.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us. I know it's getting late in your day. So my name is Rafaela Hunter, and I am a senior user experience designer with the QDOS portal team. As you can see by my photo, I'm always trying to think about the user, and that's you guys. So I'm hoping that you'll like what we're putting together here for you, and I look forward to hearing input and questions. So just kind of let you know what to expect over the next hour, or a little bit less than an hour. It's just what exactly is this data and analytics portal that we've been talking about? What is involved with this phase 1 release? Data and analytics, I'm going to actually give you a demo of what the first release is, discussion of future enhancements, and we're coming forward with the public portal website. So just kind of giving you a preview of that, seeing if I could talk you into helping out in user experience interviews and testing, and then of course, time for all your questions. So next slide. So what is the CCSQ DNA portal? Well, it is, next slide. Oh, thank you. It is a single pane of glass. So basically, we've created a one-stop shop for all your self-service needs for like data rule access along within the central data repository, with other capabilities being added in future phases, such as applying object permissions. It's going to help with accessing content, service offerings, tools, all other things that are related to data analytics in that CDR environment. At the beginning, the stakeholders identified some different needs. And one of the big things was allowing for a single sign-on experience via HARP. So the idea is that once you log into the portal, you are logged into your tools. So within the portal, which you'll see in just a little bit, there'll be tiles for the different tools that you have access to. And you'll click on Databricks, let's say, and you'll automatically be taken to Databricks. You won't have to log in again. Won't have to look on your phone for your code. You're automatically connected because you're connected within portal within that single sign-on experience. Another need was identifying having like a single source of truth for data access rules within each organization and contracts. So no more digging through trying to determine what data you can access. It's going to be clearly stated so you can just quick see and move forward with the work you need to do. But we also are hoping to create a culture of collaboration and community, a place where you can share code, share data, support each other, contribute to the documentation, bringing up forums and just having good collaboration spaces. So it's going to be an ever-growing community. Next slide. Okay, so the phase 1 release. Next slide. So in this first phase, what's in this? Well, here's what we've got: that single sign-on experience that I mentioned before, so that you can go in and see your access, within your tool access, going in that is specific to what you've requested. And we'll, again, in the demo, I'll go through and review all of this with you, going in and seeing that data access summary of, what is that data you can access within the CDR schemas. And then for a certain percentage of the community who are data owners, we'll be uploading organizational data access, which is the data use agreements. Okay, next slide. So in just a moment, I'm going to be sharing my screen, not just yet though, of the new portal. So in this next slide, you're going to see what is, go ahead, next slide. Thank you. So this is a sneak peek of what the welcome screen is going to be. But for the demo, you're going to see a more simplified version. But, just in the future, this is what you will be coming to. But for the demo, you're going to see something a little bit more simplified. Okay, so now I am going to share my screen. Let's hope this all goes smoothly. You never know. Okay. Okay, can everyone see my screen? I'm hoping that there will be a yes.
Yes.
Okay, great. Okay, so actually, here we go. So here is Confluence, and what's going to be happening for the moment on initial release is that you'll be able to access the portal from this CCSQ Data Analytics Confluence page. We will have a link in the navigation and also a icon button, so that you can go and click into the portal. Eventually, there'll be the actual Data and Analytics Portal website, but that is next, and I will be talking about that in a little bit. So here's the screen that you're going to be seeing now versus the visual I showed you just a little while ago. But basically, here's the portal. Please log into using the login button here. So we're going to click into the button. And you're going to get your normal, you need to log into HARP. So everyone gets to see me do this. And of course, I always have to be like, what's my password? Okay. Come through here. So I wanted you guys to get the full experience. So get my code. So the thing that's going to be great as you're doing this in Portal, you're not going to have to do this all the time when you're trying to work within all your other tools. So, because we all know how frustrating this can be sometimes when you've got to sign in again and again and again. Is it going to let me in? Feel like I should have some Jeopardy music. Okay, and here we are. Welcome to the portal. So let me just kind of take you through kind of an overview of what you're seeing. Obviously, it knows that it's me. So that, and based off of knowing who it is, that it's me and my HARP ID, it knows what tools I have access to. It knows whether or not I'm someone who is a DUA owner and will be uploading DUAs. Otherwise, if you're not a DUA owner, you're not going to see this third tab. The My Access, we're going to be getting to that. That's where you're going to see what rules, data access rules you have surprising access to. For the moment, in the My Portal tab, we just have tools. Eventually, we're going to be adding a lot more information in here. We'll have information regarding notifications, articles that may be beneficial to you, status of the tools. There will be a lot more information that applies directly to you that'll be curated to you in this area. You'll see here that it's showing that I have in my tools, I have Satisfy, but I also have available to me Databricks, but I haven't gone in and requested access to that application. So I can go right here, request application access, and you'll go through that standard process of requesting via IDM. Otherwise, if I'm over here and I'm ready to go into Satisfy, I just click on it. It's going to open up a new tab. And it's going to be taking me right in. Notice that I bypassed HARP and everything's coming through. Hey, look at that. I'm there. Okay, then I can easily just come right back here. I have a link to go into view training and onboarding. But from here, we're going to go into the My DUA area. Because in the My Access right now, there's no data here because nothing has been brought in. So to go through this process, you'll see here come in as the DUA summary. And we're going to have different organizations. It's letting me know that I need to upload a DUA file. So I have a lovely upload DUA button. Hopefully that'll be very obvious of what you need to do. Brings up a modal where you're going to come in and you're going to select the organization / contract that you are uploading for. For me, it's going to be the ABC test HCD. You'll see here that there's a note that your PDF should not be image-based. So that means it's not a scanned version of the DOA. It's not a photograph that you've taken and turned into a PDF. It's just the general way of when you go to save it, when you're in EPI, you go to save it, you go to print, save as PDF. That is perfection. Also be aware that there is a maximum file size limit of 5 megabytes. Okay, so I've selected my organization, which made this active. If I didn't have the organization selected, this isn't available to you. So this will clue you in to make sure you're selecting the organization that you want it to go to before you actually grab it. So then I can either drag my file in or I can go and select it. For the moment, I'm going to go and select. I've got it right here on my desktop. And I blacked out some information so we can keep it all private. You'll see here at this very moment, I've got one last opportunity to make sure that I've selected the correct file. If I haven't, I can just hit remove and go through that selection process again. But this is the right file, so I'm going to hit upload file. You'll see now that it's processing. So as you're waiting for it, it should go very quickly. You'll be aware of what's going on. And yay, it worked. You get a success message that an upload has been completed. And if you don't want to look at that alert, though, I mean, it is a pretty green, you can always just turn off that alert. Within here, you're going to see when it was uploaded, contract number, the PDF file itself, and just all the general information that was pulled. We can easily go and view that PDF just to make sure, like, oh, you know, sometimes you're like, did I grab, was that the right one? You can easily just go in and view that PDF and make sure that it's what you wanted to see. So sorry about that. So I come back into this area, and now I want to see what was pulled from this DUA I just loaded. So you'll see here that there's only 2 lines. The reason why there's only 2 lines is that for the CDR access, only 2 of the 18 data files are associated CDR data files associated with the CDR schemas. So that way you don't need to go through and you see this whole list of 18 and figure out which of those do I actually have access to. We're presenting it very clearly and making it more obvious and quick for you. We are looking for feedback, and I'll be talking a little bit more down the road in this conversation of, you know, what other things you might want to see and how we can improve upon this as we move through future phases. You'll also have a direct link out to the data catalog, which is another initiative that we are working on. So this is the first phase of the Data and Analytics Portal. So hope everyone enjoyed that. Any quick questions of anyone wanting to see anything again? It's hopefully pretty straightforward.
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
Hey, this is Elizabeth Brooks. Thank you for this great demo. My question is, when are we going to start seeing this? And is it the new way that we log in? Is it de facto or?
So the goal for the full release of Portal is the first week of December. I believe we're going for the 1st, but I may be wrong on that date, but that is the goal the beginning of December.
So
And
the
then-
other methods of like getting to SAS through just the regular SAS page, will that still be available, or are we going through the portal?
You
I
can
missed
still,
that part.
yeah, no, you can still go through it, as you are now if you want. You just will have to have that extra sign-in process. The idea is that you're going to have everything right here. So, and you'll be already connected via Heart. So you won't need to go find a bookmark and go in again, grab your phone, get your verification code. You're going to have everything right here with just that one sign-on into Portal.
I see.
But you could still go and get it, in your own, like open up another browser and go for it. Totally. So you have that flexibility, at least for now.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Okay. And the last little bit, you log out and it will take you right back at this moment to the Data and Analytics Confluence, but eventually it will be taking you to the new Data and Analytics Portal website, which we'll talk about in just a little bit. So I'm going to stop sharing and continue with my presentation. Okay. So the future of Data and Analytics Portal. Next slide. So I mentioned some of this stuff as I was doing the presentation, but the idea is future enhancements. So this release is phase 1, or what we call MVP, so minimum viable products. So we're putting together those really important things that we wanted to get going first, and then we're going to come through and add more robust abilities for you as time goes by. Some of the key things that we're looking to bring in, first of all, is notifications. My understanding is that you currently get notifications for EPI when you have a DUA that's going to expire. The idea is now within that portal, when you're in that My Portal tab, you'll be seeing a warning on the My Portal, but also there'll be an alert that'll come across to let you know 90 days, 60 days, 30 days. It expired. So just letting you be aware of that. So making sure that you don't have that, oh, I totally missed the notification, trying to have it right there in front of you. Creating fine-grained access controls, which aids in data collaboration. It's going to allow for deeper row and column level access controls. Other enhancements would include curated articles. So basically kind of like a little bit of an intelligence in there when you're using the portal that will see, what areas that you follow or paths that you're taking that may let the system know that, hey, this new article came out and it may be beneficial because this is an area that you focus in on. But also we'll also just be announcing general articles so that you don't miss anything. So, and then in regards to I'm going through this way too fast. I'm sure you guys aren't going to mind getting done early. But anyways, so self-service capabilities for data sharing. So we're looking into, being able to apply object permissions, restoring your own deleted files, archiving and retrieving data, just to name a few. So, this is just the beginning for what additions we'll be putting into the portal. So keep an eye out for communications basically from the portal team, including myself, the CCSQ Data Analytics team. We're going to be asking about your needs, your ideas, and your input. But please be aware that these emails are going to be coming from a URL of esimplicity.com versus the CMS URL. So if you see that, it's not spam. It's actually coming from CMS, and we're asking for your input. And the best way we can make this a great tool for you is to hear from you. All right, next slide. Okay, so I've been mentioning this off and on the public portal website. So let's go take a look at a sneak peek. So next slide. So the idea is to create a more improved content experience. So taking all the information that we have in Confluence and finding a way to make it more organized and easier for you to access everything. So we're going to have, you can see the list here, articles, data analytics events and updates, the data catalog, which is in the midst of getting redone and making it easier for you to work your way through it, allowing for feedback opportunities so that we can hear from you of what's working, what's not, things we can make better, things you happen to like, so we make sure we don't change it, creating a more obvious and simplified onboarding process, gathering and having all the resources in an area that makes sense to you and that you can easily find when you need them. Creating a more aware search using keywords, tagging, and creating a response so that it's very curated to what you're asking for versus just a whole big giant list that isn't completely clear of how it relates to what you're searching for. We're working on creating a more robust support component so that when you are asking for support, you're able to get directed more easily, more clearly to the individuals that can help and support you with the issues that you're having. And then the training hub, we're growing that. We're looking into having some live training sessions and creating more videos. And so having it more organized so you can go and find the trainings and the resources that you need. So once this does go live, then the Confluence site will be turned off. I mean, obviously Confluence will still exist, just the data and analytics portion. We don't want to have it in two places that can create a lot of confusion, but that will be happening in 2024. Okay, next slide. So as I keep saying over and over again is join us. The next slide. So the key for creating a great user experience is hearing from the users. So we want to hear from you. If you want to participate in the growth of the DNA portal, then I'm just about to post a link here in the chat. And it is a SurveyMonkey link that is actually so that you can sign up or volunteer to be a part of interviews or to test prototypes that we're putting together. And so please, just take a couple minutes to click on that link and volunteer to be a part of it and help grow the portal. So that is everything. I went through this. I tried to take a little bit more time, but any questions? I'm sure there's got to be questions out there.
So Rafaela, who can upload DUAs to the portal?
So DUAs are uploaded by the DUA owners. They need to be, obviously the DUAs need to be approved by the cores. So whoever has been designated the role of a DUA owner, they are the individuals who will see that third tab that says My DUAs, and that will generate the access controls or the access information.
Who has access to the portal?
Pretty much anyone that has requested the access to portal. You would just go into IDM, you request access, and they give you access. You can go right in and you're able to see everything that's associated in regards to your organization and your contracts. Did I get that right, Alicia, or did I overstate that?
Actually, easier than that. If you are not a DUA owner, but you have any data analytics role today, you will automatically get access once we make this live. If you are a DUA owner, meaning you're the person who is designated to do the work in EPI to request and extend and add files and things in EPI, you will need to request the role in HARP under your organization once we go live with the application. So there will be more communications coming for that rollout. As Rafaela said, first week in December is what we're targeting at the moment.
Thanks.
So I think this probably answered the question, just that, Alicia, can you just verify for me, but how do I get access to the portal if I don't have access right now?
Yeah, yep. So just if you, like I said, if once it goes live, if you have at least Saspaya or Databricks roles already, you will automatically get it. When we release, we'll provide the link so that you have that link. We'll also be posting a link on the Confluence page so that you can get to it from the current CCSQ DNA Confluence page. And so that'll be as simple as that. If you just want to have access to it, to get access to the tooling and the My Access page. Again, if you're a DUA owner, you would request that under HARP. And that role is available today. The application is not available to everyone yet, but the DUA owner role is available in HARP right now.
Thanks, Alicia.
And then how is the portal different than Confluence?
So there's kind of two views of the portal. So there's the portal portion that you log into, which is where you're actually going to be going in and doing those actions, which is what I demoed, is where you're going to be going in and seeing your available access, accessing your tools, and seeing other information. Where currently in Confluence, this is where you're seeing all your documentation, for lack of a better term. So those two at the moment are completely separate. What will be happening is, as we're starting to develop the what I like to call the public view, the website view of the portal, so the part where you're not logged in, that will be replacing Confluence, but that is still under construction. And so for now, Confluence will be your go-to. And then once we release the public portal, and of course, we will communicate that to all of you, that will be replacing Confluence. But for now, Confluence is still staying the same. Hope that answered that.
Thank you. And then will this portal include more streamlined access to the data catalogs for the various data resources? And then accessing those and seeing those updated has been a pain point.
Yes, I have heard that. So there is a plan to improve and change the structure and organization of it to make it easier to find the information that you need. So that is not part of the December release, but it is being worked on currently. And I don't have a date of exactly when that upgrade will be happening, but that is in the works. It is a priority. We're aware of the issues, and we're putting that together as quickly as we can, but not too quick that it's not helpful. So just the right pace.
And as we mentioned in the first session this morning, so we are looking at a data catalog pilot, which would be an actual tool. What Rafael is talking about is kind of the content itself in the meantime, but we are also looking at data catalog tools that will enable additional capabilities around metadata discovery and things of that nature.
Okay, great. I don't see any other questions at this point in our chat. So with that, this wraps up our third session. Thank you so much to Rafaela for presenting today and Alicia for helping out with questions. So this is our agenda for tomorrow. We have introduction to R coding in Databricks, introduction to Python coding in Databricks, Python coding for SAS programmers, and then we'll end our data camp with introduction to machine learning using Python in Databricks. So really excited for what's to come tomorrow, and I hope you join us starting at 1 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow afternoon. Thank you so much.